Welcome, lovelies and gents. It is day 30 of me posting content on my YouTube channel. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. You heard it, 30 days, 30 videos when I started this challenge, and I did not know what in the world I was getting myself into, but I am here at the finish line, tired, but triumphant, okay? This journey wasn't about just creating content. I tell you, it was more than that. It was about testing my limits, building resilience, and seeing how far I could go when I said that I was going to commit to something fully and see that something come through. And let me tell you, it's been one of the most transformative experiences of my life. I'm going to go through 6 points of how it transformed me and what I went through these 30 days of posting content on my channel. 1, in the beginning, I tell you, taking that leap for me on day 1, I was nervous. I started my channel and posted for 2 months, and then I went on an 8-month hiatus without posting anything because life was lifing back then. And I had to get everything sorted through. So when I came back on the scene, I was full of nervousness. I had so many doubts. I didn't know how to really talk in front of a camera. I'm like, oh my gosh, would anyone even care about my videos? And then I said, okay, get that out of your head as far as if anyone is gonna care. There is one person, someone who's super important that's gonna believe in and care about your videos. That's Jesus, okay? So that's enough for you to keep going. So that's why I said, Jesus, I need you front and stage, center stage. I need you sitting in that chair watching me while I'm recording these videos, okay? Root me on, cheering for me, rejoicing over me. And he did, okay? Several questions going through my head. Could I stay consistent with a busy schedule, working 12 plus hours, having a social life, dealing with family life? But I had to remind myself, progress over perfection. Oh, I gave myself permission to stumble, to learn, to grow through this entire process, giving myself grace. Little did I know how much growth was in store for me. 2, growth in confidence and cognitive abilities. One of the biggest surprises was how much this challenge improved my confidence in front of the camera. I want to say midway through the challenge, I no longer was overthinking every single word. I wasn't worried about messing up as much. I tried my best to speak from the heart. And, was just trying to find what best resonated with me. I was like, it's okay that every individual is different. Some people are able to go off the cuff of their head. That's fine. If you're more organized and structured, that's fine, Marquita. You do what works for you. You're not like everyone else. And that's what makes the world go round. And that's the beauty of the diversity of this planet. We don't have to be the same. Hallelujah. I noticed my cognitive abilities and my recall memory started improving as well. It was as if the daily habit of organizing my thoughts and expressing them was sharpening my mind. 3, challenges along the way. Of course, it wasn't gonna be smooth sailing. I knew that. But I didn't expect to experience what I did. There were days where I was physically exhausted from juggling my work schedule and video creation. Editing, which would take me hours upon hours. 3 hours later, sunrise later, okay? I would be so exhausted, I would fall asleep on the process, waking up when the sun was coming up. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. So with the editing process, there was some shortcuts and stuff that I stumbled across to try to make the process a little bit more efficient, highlighting certain things, going straight to the editing process, putting things, don't just try to listen to the whole video at first without, no, it was like go straight to the editing process. Cut down on that time because time is of essence. I learned how to work smarter and not harder, which made a difference with that. Number 4, learning boundaries, the power of saying no. This challenge taught me that my no was a little on the weaker side, okay? I had to decline certain invitations. I had to hang up on phone calls. I had to carve my time out for my projects. At first it felt so uncomfortable, But I realized that saying no to these distractions meant saying yes to my growth. And that's the lesson that I'll carry with me long after this challenge. Yes to growth. Number 5, spiritual battles and staying grounded in my faith. Ooh, it required a lot of prayer because toward the end of this challenge, I faced what felt like some major spiritual attacks. A close family member of mine received a difficult health report that shook me to the core. On top of that, my own health started to falter, which I never really ever get sick, but because of what I was dealing with, trying to juggle work, juggling the video creation, and being there for family, it caught up with me. I lost my voice right before the recordings for day 27, 28. And it tested my commitment for sure, but I leaned into faith and prayer. And right now, I got this mug because I was praying right before this video, and I got my lemon ginger tea to help me get through this. These moments reminded me that challenges often come right before breakthroughs. Thank God for my relationship with him, because I don't know what I would do, because I literally at times felt as if, and especially on that day where I got so sick, I knew this was a spiritual attack, and I had to go into major prayer and rebuking that spirit of sickness, pestilence, and infirmities over my life, and speaking power and strength and wholeness and God's healing. And I'm getting better by the day. I will be making some homemade chicken noodle soup after this. Number 6, reflecting on the finish line. Now looking back on these 30 days, I see so much more than just videos. I really see growth. I see resilience. I see a stronger, more confident version of myself who did not let fatigue, fear, anxiety, doubts, stagnation, procrastination, or even setbacks stop me from reaching my goal. This challenge has been way more than just creating content and videos for me. I really thoroughly enjoyed it in the midst of the highs and lows, some of those valley moments that I was encountering. It's been about stepping outside of my comfort zone and realizing that I'm so capable of so much more when I am consistent and committed to the process. And I want to thank you, my viewers, everyone, for cheering me on, all my family and friends who's been supporting me. It means everything to me. If you've ever thought about taking on a challenge like this, I encourage you to start it. Start it today. Don't delay. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's no person on this planet who is perfect. It just has to be honest. Be yourself. Be authentically you. And who knows, you might just surprise yourself with how much you can grow. Let me know in the comments what's a challenge that you have been wanting to try and you've been thinking of taking on, and how I can support you in your journey. In the meantime, let's live a life that's full of ease and cheer. Ciao, my lovelies and gents.